Apologies. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the ISO, I'd like to welcome you to the Congestion Revenue Rights Customer Partnership Group meeting. My name is Hannah Pearson, representing ISO Stakeholder Affairs, and I'll be facilitating the web conference today. I'm joined by Paul Milrad, Project Manager, Jeremy Maliko, Senior Manager of Market Settlement and Production, Dottie Vance, Customer Readiness Trainer, and Abraham Alachoam, Senior Advisor, Software Engineering. Next slide. Just some housekeeping reminders. This call is being recorded for information and convenience purposes. Any related transcripts should not be reprinted without the ISO's permission. Please keep comments professional and respectful, and please try and be brief and refrain from repeating what's already been said so that we can manage time efficiently. Next slide. And to ask questions during the meeting, you can open the participant and chat panels on the bottom right. You can then raise your hand by selecting the raise hand icon, or if you're joined by audio only, press *3 on your device. And then for everyone joining us today, please state your name and affiliation first before speaking, and you can also send comments and questions via chat to all panelists. Next slide. All right, and here is a look at today's agenda. We'll start with this year, our upgrade project timeline update, the cutover plans, and then we'll have time for questions and next steps. So I'll hand it off to Paul. Thank you.
Hannah, you can go to the next slide. All right, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining. As we discussed 2 weeks ago, we wanted to keep you posted on how we're progressing as we're working towards the 5/22 date for go live that we announced a couple weeks ago. We are still on track for that. Since we talked a couple weeks ago, we completed one round of our load and performance testing on the stage environment and our user acceptance testing as well. We found a couple of issues. We're getting some updates from our vendor, and we'll be doing a second round of those. We also did a kind of a dry run through of our deployment to the stage environment. This is a practice we always do so that the deployment to prod goes smoothly. So we practice this on the staging environment where we deploy all the apps and all the data and do all the data migration from the old system to the new system to make sure that goes smoothly. So we've done that since last time. Dottie earlier this week did 3 sessions on refresher training. So that's been completed. And then we mentioned this was coming out 2 weeks ago that we were going to update the calendar. We did it right after the meeting, but just want to call attention to that. This has all the details in terms of when the different postings are happening from the new system versus the old system for the manual and the annual, or for the monthly and the annual auctions and allocations. So you can find all that information there out on the website. So what we have ahead of us is the second round of stage load and performance testing. We're also doing it with an even higher data volume that matches production, as well as more UAT testing for credit and invoicing and other scenarios. So we're trying to complete all that by the middle of this month, and then we'll be going live on May 22nd. So the application will be open on the production website on May 22nd, and then on May 23rd, we'll be posting the V0 model build, which is the first step in preparing for the July monthly, and that'll be on the new system. You can see other details and other things that get posted on that link, food link up above there on the screen. And so we want to continue with the regular updates here. So we'll, the plan is to meet again in 2 weeks and be fully transparent and bring you along with how everything is going. Any questions on the timeline?
No questions.
Okay, we could go to the next slide.
Apologies. I just saw a hand raised from Chenyu.
Yeah, good morning, Paul. This is Chenyu from PG&E. For the timeline there, I just want to know if you're going to conduct the UAT test. Oh, you say by May 16. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that it's starting May 16. So then the next CPG call, you shall have the UAT test result already, right?
Yeah, it'll be
Assuming.
mostly complete with that CPG on the 15th, and then the UAT finishing the next day. But it should be 95% done at that point, so we'll have a very good idea of where we stand. And we've already done one round of that UAT already, and this is kind of a second round of that.
Good. Thank you. I think, okay, that timing, it's right. Sorry, I misread the by May 16. I was thinking starting May 16.
No problem. Thanks for the question.
Yeah, another question. It's not about the timeline. For my curiosity, I keep hearing this V0 model. Can you shed some light there? Like what is that? Is the CRR model, the current CRR model that currently it's being tested? It's the V0 model?
Yeah, Chinyu, this is Jeremy Malekos. Thank you. So it's the initial full network model that we post for the allocation tier 1 market it'll be for July. So it's when you look at our calendar and we show posting the model, the full network model for the July on February, or sorry, wish it was February, May 23rd. That's that model that we post, and internally we call it the V0 model. When we update to T2, we call it the V1. So that's just an internal nomenclature. Sorry for any confusion.
No, it's fine. I just try to understand. Thank you. So that it's the CRR network model.
Yep, it's the first one on the new system. We're pretty excited.
All right, great. Thank you. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Jeremy.
Any other questions on this slide?
Yes. Oh, I keep seeing Daniel's hand raised, but looks like you put it down. So, oh, there we go. Daniel has a hand raised.
Yes, this is Daniel, Department of Water Resources. I think the go live date was 4:30 yesterday, and cutover date is 5:23, as you mentioned there, 22:25 target. What's the difference? Could you specify the difference between the two dates?
So on 5/22, the APIs will be opened up. You'll have access to the system. You can log on and see it. The 5/23 is when we do that first posting for the full network model, for the 5/23.
Okay, and the implementation date yesterday. That's when we could use the system, the new system go live.
Yes, on 5/22.
Okay. Oh, it's not. I thought we could use it since yesterday. No, we cannot use the system. It's not go live.
There's nothing out there in production right now. We've had it. We've gone through our market sim, and it's been out on the map stage environment. And you had access to that.
I missed one like a week ago, and I didn't go to listen to it on video. I didn't know the date was moved to 4/20/25. But okay, sorry, that's bad on my part.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for that question. Yeah, last 2 weeks ago, we announced that we weren't going to make April 30th for the go live, and that the first month was not going to be June, and that we were now targeting May 22nd and having the first month on the new system be for July.
Much nice. All clear now. Thank you.
Any other questions, Hannah?
Nope, no other questions.
Okay, we can go to the next slide then. So this hasn't changed at all. It's we've had it in the last several QRBs, or sorry, the last several CPG calls, and this slide and the next slide. But Dottie, any reminders you want to inform people about?
No reminders here. In the refresher training that we did on Tuesday and Monday, we also went over this. If you were unable to make those trainings, please reach out to customerreadiness@kaiso.com, as well as we'll be doing some extra outreach as we get closer to that go live with the links to those recordings as well as those slides. So thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Dottie. So the next slide is more of the same information regarding provisioning. So we can go to the next slide. And so this is just for convenience, links to, again, that calendar that we talked about that had all the details on it regarding the different monthlies and annual cycles. We got the external requirements document out there, and then this web posting changes. This was posted in early April, I think it was April 8th, April 9th, and it just indicates the new location where reports can be found. It's just one page and identifies web reports and what the new location will be for under the new system. So if there's no questions on this slide, we can go to our last slide, which I think is Q&A. But Jeremy, did you want to add any more details about the cutover at this point?
We posted an updated external calendar. We showed that. I think we've granted everybody permission to the new system that had previous access to the old system. So that 4/22 date, 5/22 date, sorry. That 5/22 date is to make sure that everybody's like access works and that you're ready to go for the posting of the next day. From a business standpoint, we are ready to go. We're wrapping up some issues we found from MarketSim that we're getting resolved and doing kind of a last minute build. There's a lot of production data that's required in order for us to do our build outs. So that's a lot of what we're doing in stage is getting through that final build out, mimicking what we're doing in production. So I'm fairly confident that we are good to go for the end of this this new date that we have, the end of the month for the July. So I would maybe take any questions that people have that maybe we haven't addressed or any concerns. Or from a standpoint from the business unit, we're actually really excited. This product is going to help our team out and the allocation auction markets a lot in the way we process this. So we're actually really excited about the whole thing. I think, yeah, I don't think I have any other questions or any other comments.
We do have a hand raised from Michael.
Hi, sorry, I joined late. I just want to confirm cut over May 22nd for the July monthly auction on the new system.
That is correct. 22nd, we open up the new application, the MUI, and then on the 23rd, we post the model for July. So you'll be able to download it on the 23rd. And then this sets us up for the annual on the new system, which is the monthly is on the new system is a prerequisite for the annual on the new system.
Yeah. Originally, when we announced this 2 weeks ago, the previous plan was that we were going to, first address the monthly for June, and then the next month we would be working on the annual. Now we're doing both at the same time. The first month will be July, and the annual activities will be kind of interleaved in there, as shown on the calendar. We've, which I put the link into in the chat window here. But the good news was that we did not make a change to the annual cycle. That the annual cycle will be on the new system.
Yeah, and Paul, let me just clarify there. A lot of the starting of the annual is internal to my team. It's not external. So I would just recommend everybody look at our production calendar that we post for the correct timing on when you start your annual from an external market participant perspective.
Thank you, Jerry.
We do have another hand raised by Chun-Yu.
Yeah. Hi, Jeremy and Paul. I have another question. This is regarding the phase 2. So we know maybe we do have one item that it's classified maybe for the future enhancement. And I just wonder if that can be bundled with or included in the phase 2. And do you have a timeline for phase 2 at this moment?
So phase 2 is going to be actually broken up into several buckets or iterations that will be rolling out scope for that. Jeremy, do you want to elaborate on that?
Well, so Chin, my line was breaking up. Did you mention what enhancement you had listed?
I don't have it in front of me, but
Can
it's
you
not.
send it to me, please?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So we have, so there are a few things in the, okay, so hold on. So it's phase 2. We've prioritized based upon my team's need to eliminate needing to do it manually. So we have stuff that's in the annual that we want to get in right away, and so we've kind of bucketed, like Paul was saying, we bucketed based on priority phase 2 items. Now we probably have to update the schedule on when we can get those done based upon some of the delays we've seen in the phase 1 piece. So I think that's something that we're going to need to look at, but we've been so focused on getting into this into production with our vendor that we've completely focused on phase 1 go live. Right. So we'll continue. Maybe the CPGs not as frequently, but we'll continue doing CPGs where we can post a schedule so that you can see what our plan is for phase 2 after we go live. Would that be helpful?
So, yes, thank you
And then
so much.
And I can tell you where your enhancement gets prioritized and where we see it being delivered. Okay.
Thank you.
And I would say one other thing is that usually when large projects like this go live, we see defect resolution happen like a month or 2 after we go into production. There's just stuff that we maybe didn't foresee. Hopefully there won't be too many of those, but that would also be, we would need to get through that at least first 30 days of being in production before we start really shifting to the phase 2 stuff to allow for our vendor to have that bandwidth to quickly resolve anything that we find.
Yes, understand. Thank you. And
Yeah.
also
Okay.
thank you for the consideration of all the future enhancements and all the stabilization issues. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Anna, any other questions?
Well, I see Michael, you still have a hand. Oh, there we go. Okay. No more hands raised and nothing that I see in the chat.
Okay, do you want to take us through the wrap up, Hannah? Please.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, there we go. And so for next steps, the next meeting is tentatively scheduled for May 15th at 10 a.m. again, and it'll be confirmed via notice. And you can contact me or ISO Stakeholder Affairs at CAISO.com with any questions. And then with any general questions regarding market simulation, please contact marketsim at CAISO.com. And then training questions, customer readiness at CAISO.com. Specific issues or questions regarding this CRR system upgrade project, please submit a study ticket. And then visit the CPG page for more information, and there's the link there. And then just a reminder here again, starting in February, we'll move forward to this new WebEx details that are found on the calendar. So definitely check out the calendar for any WebEx information. Next slide. And then for insights into the ISO grid and market operations, be sure to be on the lookout for Energy Matters blog, and you can always subscribe as well. And with that, I'd like to thank you for joining today's discussion. As a reminder, this meeting was recorded for informational and convenience purposes only, so the video file will be posted to the event, the calendar event, and then you can always get there from the calendar page. And thank you for joining today's discussion. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you to all of our speakers, and thank you all in the audience for joining us today. With that, our call is concluded, and you may now disconnect.